Cheers.
I walked into a dog table, like
Yes,
yeah.
you know.
Mm.
It's that's why you need to. The first time it happened, you step back and you're like, hold up.
Yeah.
This is not my reality. Why am I entertaining this?
Yeah.
You know? The second time it happens, you seriously need to sit down. Because, I mean, obviously, you go and you tell your friends, hey, this is what happened. And they'll tell you that was fucked up. Yeah. And then, in them telling you that was fucked up, you have this thing of, no, but he's a nice guy. He bought me flowers. He bought me perfume. He gave me money. He did this. He did that. Is he really a nice guy?
Yeah. Like one thing I really want to stamp on, like honestly though, first time, that's where it ends. Like if it happens once,
I feel that.
I feel you. It's gotta stop right there. If it happens once, you gotta.
You know, it's so much easier
saying
to
it.
say
Yeah,
it.
I understand
You
that.
know?
Yeah, I understand that.
It's so much easier. I had there's a guy I was dating once, and the first time, within the first 3 months we were dating, I'm like, hey man, this guy is a psycho, and I told him, you are a psycho.
You told him like so.
Yes, I was like, what's that? A psycho.
Yeah.
Those were my words.
Yeah.
You're a psycho.
Damn.
You know? And then, I mean, this is the first 3 months of us dating. You get told within the first 3 months, you know where the relationship is going or whatever. And the first 3 months, I'm like, this guy's a psycho. And I brought it up. And I'm like, no, you're a psycho because of 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then I was told, I will go to therapy. I will do...
I
will do
he
anger
switches
management.
up the flowers. Like,
Yes, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me not be normal Kutlwi and say, fuck you. I'll be like, okay, appointment in. No.
Yeah.
And then he probably was lying about the whole therapy thing. I never know. It's not like I'm going to hold your hand and be like, let's go to therapy.
Yeah, it probably was.
And he was good for like a month. So I'm like, okay, maybe this therapy thing is working. And then it started with the insults. I'm like, hold up. No. After the insults, it became a thing of when you're angry, I always say, think before you speak.
Yeah.
Very important.
Because a lot of hurtful things come out when you're angry.
Very important to think before you speak.
But the problem is people say those things and then expect a, baby, I'm sorry, to fix it. It doesn't. Like, 2 years later, I can still sit and I'm like, yes,
those words
cut deep.
For sure.
You know? So I said, okay, I'm not trying to understand where all this anger and whatnot is coming from this person. So this is me trying to kind of help this person. And I feel this is what a lot of people do when they are in toxic relationships. You know, you're like, okay, no, now this is how I deal with my anger. And it's worked for me. And it's worked in past relationships. So let me introduce this element into this relationship. So instead of when you're angry, don't just keep it in. And then one random day it just blurts out. Now you're angry about 1, 2, 3. You're like, hold up.
You always leave the microwave door open.
Yes, you know. the argument started on. The argument started on why she's on the table. Next thing we're talking about the microwave. Hold up. What are we fighting about actually? You know. So I was like,
why
okay.
are you walking like that? Everything. Like the petty things. I'm telling you.
So I was like, okay, fine. Instead of bottling it up and having 10 different arguments in one go. When you're angry, if I do something that irritates you, let me know. I think that was also my biggest mistake also, because now I'm having this volcano erupt. I'm like, hold up, calm down. And then I'm told, no, but you said
I should communicate.
I should communicate. I'm like, yeah, but I was also saying that you need to watch what you say, like, you know. So it gets turned against you to say what, but you said.
Now it's your fault.
Now it's my fault all of a sudden. I'm like, but help me.
And we do that crap a lot. That manipulation is on a whole nother level.
And see, and that's how the abuse sinks in. That's how the toxicness, that's how it sinks into the relationship.
And it stays there for a long time.
And it stays there for a long time. And then it becomes routine.
Because you're thinking, this is, my doings, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what scares me more than this is, I'm not exactly for this, but I've tried to have some conversations connected to this with some friends and dudes that I know. And there's a phrase that it comes up, dog. Either this is how, or that is how women are, or this is how you deal with women. So it would be a situation where I would not try to be better, but I would listen to one of my guys and they'd say something, they're recording a story that happened between them and their partner. And I'd be like, man, that's just wrong. And then the response would be, no, dog, like, with women, you need to be either assertive, or women, you need, do you know what I mean?
There's no
like
such thing.
Some sort of an umbrella term that justifies
defending everything.
Yeah, so I for the longest time I used to be conflicted because I'd have and I'd feel like I have a naive perspective because I'd like, no, if it feels wrong to me, you shouldn't do it to her. Like, if I don't want to, no, it's just not okay. But then some of the guys be like, no, but like with women, you gotta be like, oh, okay. So am I supposed to feel awkward and then just stomach through it? Or are they really twisted? So I feel like we even in our spaces, dog, like you would say something like you told that girl to be effed up. She's effed up. I'd be like, damn, heavy, that's dark. Yeah. You could have easily said, no, but listen.
This is what
was needed.
Like with women, sometimes you gotta put your foot down. You know what I mean? And I'd be there like, so the idea of putting your foot down is not so bad. Maybe heavy is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're putting your foot down at whose expense?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See, that's
true.
That's where your ego comes in again.
Yeah.
At whose expense?
I don't think. Just midway toast to Kutlwi.
I just feel like we're being schooled, and then like
I just went.
I'm just going quiet sometimes, like reflecting on my life. Like
I just don't like.
Should we cut? I mean,
like for real. I feel
damn.
I wasn't supposed to feel this bad about myself, and I'm not for sympathy's sake. But the reality is now when we think back on, I think back on all of it, and now we're having this conversation. It's kind of like, what was wrong with you? Like some of the stuff that happened in the moment. Yes, exactly. I will admit it. It kind of made some sort of
you thought you were
sense.
Doing, yeah.
But now when you look back, it's like
what the hell
really,
were you doing?
Like and I don't know. And I think I said it to you again. I'm just scared that we still don't see that it's a problem.
So when you're in such a situation, you know it's happening to you. You've read about it. You listen to radio. You know I'm in a bad situation. You know, but you try and mother this person, and also the way we've been brought up plays a very big role in how we handle our relationships. So if I grew up in a household where all I did was see my parents love each other, then that's what I'm going to try and introduce to your life. If you grew up in a household where all your parents did was just argue, eventually that starts seeping into your relationships, you know?
That's true.
So you tell the person, okay, it gets to a part in a relationship where you sit and you talk about your family dynamics, you know? But the problem comes in is, I tell you, I grew up in such a fucked up family. I don't want a fucked up family for myself. But I'm bringing the same fucked upness into our relationship.
That's true.
The next person is like, no, but I don't know this kind of lifestyle. So let me try and show this person that, no, this is how things are done.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean if Hosinanta, how na lerat. No, like, why must we always fight?
Yeah, I also find that to be rubbish. Like, if we don't fight, we don't love each other. No.
Garbage.
Fighting is bad.
It's draining.
But again, like isn't that like an exhibition of our brokenness? Like our understanding of what it is. Because now to show you that I love you, I gotta be
all up in you, like, hey, man,
because I care, right?
Yeah, like you forget.
It's it's a weird thing. And I'm
It's wrong.
for one, I'm scared. I'm terrified of it. I think Scotty said something. Oh, crap! Don't lose it. Don't lose it. My train of thought is going to run away. No, it's leaving. No, it's coming back.
Okay.
But to like what adding to what Kutlwi's saying, the where we come from, how we. Fudge, I'm losing.
It's gone.
Oh,
That's where it goes.
oh man.
That's where it goes. Long time. That's where it goes when you mention it.
Oh,
Like,
and I
it's
had
gone.
it. Oh my goodness.
It's like running off to the power train. You're like, there it is, there it is.
Oh man, it's
By the
gone.
time you
going.
get upstairs, and it's like, phew.
Wow, it's gone. It's gone. Man.
It's really gone.
Yeah,
It's
no,
really
yeah,
okay.
but you were saying,
It's gone. I was, but like the idea of us building this thing now, these like relationships, because where we come from, again, like you mentioned how we were raised and where we were brought up, we bring a lot of that, and a lot of us don't even want to admit, yo, my parents had a weird effed up relationship, and I don't want what my mom and dad had.
Yeah, but you see, the
Like,
thing is, in relationships, you guys need to, it gets to a point where you guys actually sit down and you're like, okay, this is the kind of upbringing I had.
Yeah.
And this is what I saw from my parents. I don't want this to happen. But the minute you start doing those things, the next person's going to be like, but you said you don't want this to happen, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And when you mention it, it's no longer just an attack on them. It's an attack on their parents.
Yeah.
Of you're insulting my parents. My parents are so in love. Yeah, your parents in love. But the same things you said you don't want to happen, you are allowing to happen. You know?
without even seeing that you're allowing it to happen.
Yes.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Yeah. You are making it
And
happen.
that history repeating itself again.
Yes.
That's weird. That's scary, man. Like, it's scary, and for men, because one, we like just we don't want to take accountability first and foremost. We don't want to be told that the way I've grown up all my life is not it.
Yes.
Like, the worst thing you could arguably say to me is that your whole mantra on life is just off.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like a free
This
friend
is not how
did it
it's
to me
done.
this weekend.
Yeah,
I said something because it was aligned to the way I see things, and she's like, "That's just wrong." No, and she instantly in that moment questioned my life compass. Like, you know what I mean? How I gauge everything. She's like, "No, that's just not okay," and it felt so heavy. Like,
it felt like an attack.
well, you can't, say one thing is wrong with me, not that. Because if that is off, then I have to revisit every single
But
thing
you see,
that.
nobody really wants to unlearn all of that.
That's
Exactly
the thing.
what
That's terrifying
it's
too.
not-
I gotta dismantle it and start from
That's
scratch.
why we get
Yes.
this, like,
No.
thinking, like, now I have to, like,
Yes.
Yeah. So no, you shut up.
Yeah, you shut
So
up.
you create this little bubble of illusions of this is how perfect my life is.
For sure.
And yeah.
Everything that comes with change, or everything that comes with disputing what happens in my bubble, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Yes.
I'll choose the little
How
things that
dare
you
you.
can change. Yeah, you can change the little things, but not this.
And then I take you being wrong, and then I use that on you, basically, and then I just get angry at you, and then
Instead of
dealing with what was going on.
Exactly.
I bash your soul.
Yeah. So now again, you deflect. You just throw it back, and you don't deal with your own garbage.
Yes.
We had to have this conversation, like, for real, like.
I don't know, man.
I'm thinking, like, we still gotta change, like,
we
But
have
you see, like, when you have these conversations, it's quite easy to have these conversations with your friends or with cousins your age.
Yeah.
You need to go a step further. You need to involve your parents.
old school.
Your expression? Yes.
I'm just.
Your expression, that's it.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just saying.
No, you have to, because
Yeah.
I feel like you need to sit down and say, okay, growing up, this is what you guys exposed me to. And now that I'm older and I'm trying to unlearn certain things, I feel like when this happened, it kind of shaped my worldview. So we need to sit down and be honest with ourselves. I'm not attacking you as my parents to say, you guys were wrong, you guys shouldn't have done that. You guys were also trying to find your feet. But in you guys trying to find your feet, you gave me this worldview.
Yeah.
And this worldview I'm now projecting onto other people.
Yeah.
Into other spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the problem comes in. Nobody wants to have that conversation.
I don't want to have it. Like, yes.
It's the easiest thing to.
It's quite honestly, it's easy just to sit here and say, "This is how I feel. I know this is wrong. This is what I'm gonna do."
Let's talk about the root. Yeah, let's start this from
let's
where it
start
started.
digging in the ground.
Where did it all start?
Yeah.
It's scary partially because I still look at some of my OGs and those habits are still there.
For sure.
Those traits of patriarchy and abuse are still there. I'm still seeing it. So the idea of having to have that conversation
for you to come in and they'd be like, "Hey, this kid,
off the bat, before you even say anything, before I even you put it's just on silent. No,
I can't already hear them saying that to me.
Like,
yo, my man,
I'm not getting you now. You're not gonna,
see, that's not scary. You're not addressing the issue then.
It's scary.
It's the same way it was projected onto you. Mm-hmm. You're not there. There are others that are there. It's being projected onto them.
Yeah.
They're going to project it onto the next person.
I'm really not disagreeing.
The way you guys just like.
I'm really not disagreeing. I'm just looking at it like I'm trying to picture. I would love to have in one room my dad, my uncles, my boys, and my youngins. Just having
chopping it down.
I just don't see it though. I would love, and I would give my I'd give 2 fingers. On my left, not my right. Left 2 fingers to see it happen.
But why don't you just start as a random conversation with your dad?
Just the 2
because you can.
Just
but
the 2 of you.
They'll be like, for what personally, my dad. We can have this conversation, but him taking it to the next person, I don't see it.
No, okay, it's very difficult for our elders to unlearn a lot of these things.
Yeah, very true.
But they can still guide the youngins to say, you know what, Giboni Giflopile in this section. And your brother, they won't say it directly like that. No, they won't say it directly like that. But they can sit down and say, there are things that I've done that I shouldn't have done in a certain way. So maybe instead of, if you find yourself in such a situation, do it like this, try it like this, don't do it this way, because I did it this way, and I don't. It's a missile.
I'm really trying to absorb all of that what you're saying.
But it's just flying.
You know what? I'm gonna tap into the naive me. I'm gonna believe that can be done.
It can.
I'm gonna believe that we can actually do that. Dog. I don't want to hear how hard it is. I don't care. I'm gonna live in this.
Okay.
I want to play. If I'm gullible, I'll be gullible in this instance. I would love to see that. Because you and I can do it, but we're not enough.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I can't, I need to believe that they can do it too. I'm a hold on to that. Because I feel like even now, grown as I am, if my dad came to me like, son, I made a mistake over here, and you need to learn from it. It would be like a whole new era.
That's true.
I think I'm grown now, but if I were to hear him on certain things say, I made a mistake over there. I never told you, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But you need to be better than
Step
me.
it up.
It's still enough. It's still effective enough to make me change.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know. So I'm saying it's not too late, and I'm gonna be naive. I'm gonna hold on to that. Like, we have to hold ourselves to higher standards. Because I think that's one of the many things that we men don't do. I was wrong. And I was wrong. I still don't know what I need to do. I just know that wasn't it. And I apologize to you. And can you help me? I'm like, the world would end. If a man's just like, yo, babe, I was wrong. I don't know. I need your help. Like, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot too.
And again, I don't, like the same thing you were telling me about picking up a check. it's not a big deal, but to us, it's everything.
Yeah.
And what it was, he's like, I was wrong, and I need your help. I don't know. But I'm gonna choose to think we can do it. I'll hold on to that. I'll tap into 14-year-old Ndie.
I've never ended a conversation looking like this. I'm always smiling when we end conversation.
We should never have Kutlwi again.
Ever.
With all the love, you are not invited ever again. Thank you.
Calling people back home, like, can we like come home?
You know what? Let's toast to never having Kutlwi.
Never,
I'm not even gonna. Let's toast. I'm not toasting.
You can't come here and do that to us. Doesn't work like that. God damn it.
I want to get drunk and never wake up.
No.